Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy New Year. I didn't get to say that last week because I didn't post a video last week, and the reason for that is I did a little bit of work, but I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know if it was just overwhelmed from the holidays and everything going on, all the family. But I decided to take some time off, and by time off, I didn't even go into my studio after I finished what little bit I did, and that's it. I just closed the door, shut the lights off, and I binge watch Criminal Minds with my wife, and that was fun. I really enjoyed spending that much needed time with her and my grandkids and all that. But I just needed to take a bit off. So, with that, yes, guys, this is the final video for the Battlestar Galactica and the Pegasus, Battlestar Pegasus, and for the Terminator aerial hunter killer. I got my goal going into this week was to get these two kits done, completely done, and they are. And it was fun, and you'll see that in the video. And then next week I will be bringing the Enterprise onto the table and getting her finished up, because you'll see in the video I got a sweet little kit coming up after I get done with the TOS Enterprise. And yes, I did do work on the Shining kit this week. I did basically as working on the seams and having fun with epoxy sculpt, so you'll see that too. So with that, guys, hey, I'm back. It's a good new year. So if you are new to my channel, please click on the subscribe button, click on the little bell, and you'll know every time I upload. And thank you to all my subscribers. It really warms my heart. Also, if you see me doing something in a video, or I didn't go into detail enough for you, or a technique you saw, or you just want to ask me a question why I did it that way, please, you can email me at bucktimore@gmail.com, or just leave it in the comments section. And also in the comment sections, I do well with, hey Buck, great job. Buck, oh, okay, it worked. Not the way I would have done, but it worked. Or Buck, what the heck were you thinking, man? Put those in the comment sections, and I reply within 12 to 24 hours. But with that, let's get to the bench and see what got done. Good morning, everyone. It's Wednesday, and yes, I am back in here. Again, let me apologize for not getting anything posted last week, and just needed a break. And the reason this is the first video for this week is because I had to go get some things and medical appointments. But let me share. So first thing here is going to be the base for Pegasus and Galactica. I was able to finally pick up the rest of the balsa wood I needed, and so I got this guy all glued down and ready to go. Now I got to go in and put some wood putty or plastic wood in to help get rid of those. And then if I can't, let me do this. Alright, so I've got my brass tubing secured into both Pegasus and Galactica, and I went with a 5-minute epoxy to get it in there and give me a little wiggle room to help get it level and all that, and also on the aerial hunter killer. And then some other goodies, but I'm gonna have to let me reposition everything let me reposition the camera, and I'll show you on the desk. Alright, pardon the mess, got some things going on. First, I kind of started playing around with the base, because I'm going to put both Galactica and Pegasus Colonial Shield up on with them. But I also kind of started playing around with the base for the aerial hunter killer. So yeah, as you guys remember, it is powered. So I've gone in and I'm going to put a momentary switch and a 9-volt battery to help power it, just boom boom. But I'm starting to work on the rest of this because I want to try to encapsulate the ruin. Might not have as many skulls. I got to see what print files I got, but get there and get the debris and all that. And on the other side, fixing up my daughter's Red Baron. And yes, I am actually doing the lines this time that I didn't do on the first. And get this moved around. Sorry about the ohms, guys, really. So I started working on the Shining base, and this I went with the T.B.I plastic putty that you can get in tube, and I'm going to sand it down and see how much more I got to do, because there's always going to be more, and I think I finally figured out what I've been doing wrong for working with these seams. And bring this part up, because I got the legs and the base together. But as you can see, even though I filled that gap, the Vallejo plastic putty likes to sink in, and then I'm just keep fighting it. So I'm gonna get that cleaned up, because I'm gonna go back to working with these. I'm gonna go use my epoxy sculpt to help get these seam lines blended even better, and make so I don't see the seam. So that's where I'm at on that. And I went and I did also, like I said, I did do some shopping. So you guys see my miniature brush set, but I got a little bit more, way bit more. And I also got more X-Acto blades. And here down the road, I'm starting to work on, I'm going to start seeing how the bigger acrylic paints work. I know certain people use them, and I've been seeing videos, so I'm going to give it a shot, because if I can pay 99 cents to $1.25 versus, I mean, it's not that much, but $4, and oh my gosh, we've all have felt it, to me, a paint shortage. And now things are starting to get in there. But I'm going to try this out. Now you guys will go on that journey with me and see what you think about it. But so first thing I'm going to do is finish working up on the base, getting out of that plastic wood in there to get those seams taken care of. And then I'll come back, and I know I've shown how I use epoxy sculpt before, but I'll do it again, because the last time was on something big, and this is wee small. Alright guys, I'll return. Alright, got it good and well mixed, and then I went and did some cleaning of the Vallejo plastic bag. I mean, I really do like it. It works great. Just it definitely likes to use gravity or whatever. So again, I have mixed up some of the epoxy sculpt, and get my fingers a little bit wet here so I can. And as you can see, I am really trying to get it down very thin, so I can make sure I don't overdo, you know what I'm saying, guys, and that I just get it right to that seam, like so. And like I said, the great thing about this with the epoxy sculpt definitely is once it gets dry, good and dry, then I can go back in and sand it down and get it good, clean up all those little corners. But like I said, again, I don't try to get very much now, or for these small things in my hand. The reason the ball is so big is because I still got to do the base, and we'll do that. Make sure I stay in camera here for you guys. Oop, got a little too far. Okay. And like I said, that's again why I always try to keep a finger or both of my fingertips damp, or at least a little wet, because it definitely, epoxy sculpt loves doing what it does. And okay, let's go. And I'm just trying to get it spread back down and easy. Sorry. But like I said, I can go in, and when it dries, get it all done very nice and get it all sanded back down. But the less I do, the better. And like I said, I'm just trying to make sure I get that seam good and taken care of, as you guys can see. So this is how I'm doing it, and I'm not going to bore you with me rambling while I'm trying to do that. So I'm going to get this fixed up, and when these legs are done, I will turn them back on and give you a quick show on the base. You guys don't want to sit here and watch me keep doing that, so I'll be back. Okay, here's the base, and like I said, I'm not going to take too long. This is good for the Vallejo, but I did a little bit more cleaning, and I'm going to do more. But what I wanted to show you guys is, you know, like I said, epoxy sculpt is very, very good to work with. Just got to keep fingers wet and, you know, roll out what you want, if I can get it to roll right. Alright, come on now. Alright, come on, there we go. Darn thing. And again, I am going to start. I'm just going to get pressed down for now. And now I go with my water. And again, I just smooth it in. And I'm pressing pretty hard because I want to make sure that it's in there, and that when I go and I take a paper towel and I'll just go down and dry, and so I can see exactly how much is out, and if I need to, I'll use my X-Acto knife to help get it back in to a little more of where it needs to be. And like here, I really don't want it up that much, but it is what it is. But like I said, then I can come in later and I can come back in and sand it down and get that out of there. Darn thing. But then, okay, go ahead and smooth it down. Now what I'm actually, like I said, right now what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get, make sure the big, you know, there's nothing into the big parts. So again, I'll dip my fingers in the water. Sometimes even I dip this in the, you know, this thing. And this will be the last one, and then I will turn the camera off so you guys can do something more fun than watching me do this. Okay. And cool. Let me see. I don't like that. Hey, come here. Let's get you cut out. Because yes, there will be a camera there, so I can take care of that later. Okay. Sorry guys, rambling. I was looking and I started rambling, and you know how it goes. And then I'll just keep working it down. And like I said, you know, when it dries, if I overdid, I can go back in and sand. But also with me doing this, it helps me get more, make sure I am, as you can see, kind of went overzealous on trying to push it down there, so do that. And I'll just keep doing this, guys. Like I said, I'm not going to make you sit here and watch me do it all, but when I get it finished, I'll show you both the legs and the base, I promise. So I will be back. Alright, got the base finished, and like I said, this is rough. And once it gets dry, I'll go back in and sand and take care of the things I need to, because I'm going to have to put some here and get the base actual good level, but share that. And yes, once it dries, I'm going to be ascending full, and then same with the legs. So I'm going to see how good this looks after it's sanded. If I need to, I might have to add a little bit more there. Actually, you know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and do that since it's right here, and I still have a little bit of this left. Get my fingers wet, and I'll just do that again. Try to clear as much as I can out of the crease or the folds, and then I can go in and dry it or sand it back down. So there that goes. So yay! So while this is drying, I'm going to get back onto my daughter's Red Baron plane, and once these guys get good and dry, I will see how much sanding I do, and be working again. I got the plastic wood on the base getting all dry up on the top. I still got more to do, but thought I'd share with you guys this again. So alright, I'm going to get back at it. A good Thursday afternoon. Been doing some things in the studio this morning. First, I am getting the Red Baron's plane back together, and as you can see, like I said, I started doing all the little fun. I added what I didn't do last time. So that's there. The epoxy sculpt is getting dry, and I've been kind of playing around a little bit this morning, so I'll definitely share that with you when I get there. And the bases I now have stained. I have the Pegasus and Galactica base ready, so I gotta get some wiring done. And then this is for the aerial hunter killer. Yeah, I had all that going on, and I just kind of looked at it with both, and it just, no, it was just too much. What I had going on it was taken away from the model. So, got that down and done. So now, oh, and yes, started working on, sorry, let me tone that down, because that's, you know, that metallic shine. Hey, come on. Here we go. Wait a second. Stop. There we go. There we go. Sorry, guys. And come on. Darn thing's not wanting me to close, open, exposure, focus. Huh. Oh, okay. Yeah, exposure. Sorry, guys. Kinda let it get gone there. Again, sorry. So there takes some of that shine away. Let's see if I can get in there. So I used the Vallejo Gold, and then I went and used the T.B.I gunmetal, and I hand painted. First I airbrushed the gold, and once that dried, I went and did a clear coat, and then I came back and hand brushed in the blacking, the gunmetal around everything here. And now once I get the Galactica to the same point, I'm going to get them both clear coated to save that, so then I can just tape off this edge and airbrush everything else in. And not that hand painting isn't fun, but I am not going to want to have to hand brush all that. So that is where we're at. Oh, where I'm at. You guys are following. So, and oh yes, also got to start doing up some wiring work and get going, because yeah, getting there, guys. So I will be back. Well, good morning, Friday, and yes, back at it again. You know I would be, but getting some of the final wiring set up for the Pegasus and the Galactica, and I thought I'd share it with you guys. Let's see. I got this. This is a 16 millimeter metal latching push button switch with light. So let me see if I can do this and turn you off, turn you off, turn this on, and dial in. There we go. And let's see. So we got that. And there's that. And then when you push it on the other power line, I'll show you here in a second, but when you push it, you get that. Really like that. So let me take care of this real quick. Turn you off, turn you on, and the blasted white out. So this is going to go to my power supply, these two, and this is going to run to the ships. And it's pretty neat. I love these things. Yeah, I mean, you can have it where it stays on all the time or not, and I don't. But yeah, and then I've also got the momentary switch for the hunter killer and the power ready for the Galactica base and get those in. So that's what I'm going to start with. First thing is get those guys in and secured. Then I'm going to get on and get the painting finished up so I can start getting stuff together, because my plan is getting Pegasus and the Galactica finished, completely finished on the base. Everything's done. Get the hunter killer on. in place. And so those guys will get done this weekend. But I did finished up with my daughter's Red Baron. I got to trim a wire or a string, but yeah, that was fun. So that's done. And be working on Here's Johnny quite a bit. And then starting first of the week, I'm going to bring the Enterprise back over and get her finished up. And yeah, so that's the plan. Took those days, and now I'm recharged and ready to go at it. So I'm going to quit talking and start getting things finished up here, guys. So I'll be back when I have more to share. All right, had lunch. Got the Hunter Killer drying on the base. I've got the Pegasus and Galactica pennants painted. Letting them finish drying, and then I'll go finish doing whatever little touch-ups. But I'm starting again on the base on the Shining. And the one thing I've always learned, epoxy sculpt is great, but sometimes, it takes a little sanding sometimes, and sometimes it just doesn't work. So I found out through all my experimenting and just learning, for like this, when you're working with a lot of detours and curves, you're going to get a lot of extra sculpt in there. But when it gets good and dry, I come back with my X-Acto blade, and I just let the knife kind of do the work. I'm not really digging into the kit. I'm just removing the excess that I don't have to try to spend hours sanding, and just like that. And it's a new blade too. I mean, there's still going to be a lot of work to do. I'm sorry if this is not in camera. I'm trying to share. But as you can see where there's a great amount over, I go in with my X-Acto knife and I start trimming and cutting that epoxy sculpt away, so I don't have to sit there and go nuts when it's just taking forever to sand. Sorry about that, guys. But let's see. Been kind of doing work, but this is a good example. Okay, so there's that ridge on the base. Sorry, let me stay in the camera. Let's see if I can bring this back a little bit. I think this year I'm also going to make one that I have an anchor to the wall and it come all the way here, so I can get rid of this base stand. But okay, so like right here where I had to go in and you see that detail. This is a good example of doing this. So I just come here and I do a little pressure, but I don't go crazy. But then I just come in, and what I can't get with my knife, I will definitely take out with sandpaper. But as you can see, I got that big chunk out of the way. And again, right here, same thing. I just slowly bring my X-Acto down. And like I said, I'm not doing a real insane amount of pressure at all, trust me. My old chef thing, let the knife do the work, don't you. So I'm letting the X-Acto blade do the work. And used to go through that doing all those vegetables and all that. So, and your hand will get tired because you're trying to push on the knife instead of just letting the knife's edge do its work. So that's the example. And again, I just come... And sometimes, I mean, this is what's really great about this, is that it can't, sorry, got off camera again, sorry guys, is that this looks rough right now, just getting this out, but it's going to look beautiful when I get done. And then again, I'll just go here, and again, just letting the knife do the work. I'm letting it feel its way through, because the blade's going to tell me a lot. It feels the kit. And one little bit more, just like that, and there. And that's one way I do with getting rid of the epoxy sculpt. And you're asking, is that good? Let's see if I can find a better example to sand for you. Alright, like I've already kind of started doing this one. And I'm going with 320 grit right now, because what it does also helps get things off, but it's helping me see, and I'll see a lot more once I get it primed. Then I can really see what I have to, really get working on. Where the heck did you come from? Oh, darn paints, I tell you. Thought I had it all, but oh, I guess I made a mess. Sorry, guys. But so yes, I'll probably get it scraped off, do a light sanding, and then I'll primer it, just so I can see what else I have got to do. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm gonna get back at it. Good morning. It is Saturday, and it will be the final day on Pegasus and Galactica. Got the guns back onto Pegasus, and I got the last part glued on Galactica, the little front antenna. And then I was painting and doing these guys, and I love the effect I made. But when I put it on the base with the two Battlestars, these started taking away. One, I didn't make one post long enough. It looks great on the base as is, but once you put stuff like this in, it just takes away. And I just didn't look like how the two ships and then these things, just too busy for my eye. Took away from the actual build. So putting those guys to the side for now. Also going to finish getting wiring up on the aerial hunter killer, and today's a wiring day, getting the stuff set to get both the Pegasus and Galactica onto the base and get all that taken care of. So today is all about wiring and getting things finished up. So I'm gonna get at it, and I'll be back when I have more. Okay, Pegasus and Galactica are settling, are good to go, and so is the hunter killer. And yes, everything's wired, ready to go. I'm just taking a breather real quick. And I got mail call today, and yes, this is the mail call, but it leads into what mail call was. So I bought this a couple years ago. This is one of those, what I call a grail kit for me anyway. And you know, it's half the bridge. And this first iteration, sorry guys, trying to find out, 1991 on this, and pretty simple instructions, all that. But this is the old kit, and that's a good thing, because you know how I am when I go and start doing things. I'll start losing pieces, so I have a backup. But what mail call is, give me a second, guys. Sorry, is the reissue of the bridge. And the great thing about this one is it's supposed to be a full bridge, and it does feel like that. So yes, it's a full bridge. But yeah, it's very cool. So got that. Got some stuff, but I wanted to show you just, this was the instruction or decal seats that I got when I first got the kit. And here is the new one. But again, I'm not going to be using a lot of these. Trust me on that. But share that with you. Also, when I first bought that bridge, there's some other things I got, and I will share. So, from Paragraphics, I have display screens. And also from Paragraphics, detailed bridge stuff. And yeah, it's awesome. It's cool. And then I have masks. So I am definitely going to be lighting this kit. I'm not going to start on it yet because I got to finish up the Enterprise. But it will be coming when I get the Enterprise finished, while I'm working on the Shining kit. But I wanted to share with you guys, so yay! Getting away from ships for a little bit, and just gonna go do something that's fun for me. I mean, it's all fun, but yeah, this is what's coming. So, all right, guys, let me get things rearranged, and I'll show you the Pegasus and the Galactica. So, here is Pegasus, and here is Galactica. Sorry guys, I'm not trying to move, it's trying to keep the movements down. And give me a second. Okay guys, I will turn the lights back up here in a minute, but I wanted to share all this. Here is Galactica. And let's see if we can get in there. Oops, sorry guys. And here's the front of Pegasus. Sorry guys. And then on the back side of Pegasus, the engines. And then the same thing on Galactica. And let's see here if I can. Okay. Alright. Okay, now we can see a little bit, but yeah. Effects are really awesome. And I'm trying to get in there. See if I can zoom in a little bit. There we go. Maybe if it clears up. Okay, and then zoom out, but then here is Pegasus. Really neat, really fun. And yeah, so the base I did, I used basswood and stuff, but then what the stain is, I did espresso. I think that came out very, very nice for it. And turn you off for a second and bring in the hunter killer. So this is on a momentary button, and it has a 9-volt power supply. Sorry guys, probably go edit this so you don't have to see me jumping around, but 9-volt power supply. And like I said, it's on a momentary switch, so all you gotta do is push. All that lovely bit of lighting, and then the tail lights. But yeah, so hey, awesome. Alright guys, let me get some things moved around a little bit and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is where I'm going to shut it down for the week and get the video put together and uploaded. But there is the Terminator aerial hunter killer. And then here is the Battlestar Galactica. Sorry. All lit up. And the Battlestar Pegasus. All lit up. Pretty cool, huh? Alright guys, with that, please have a great and safe and fun weekend. Have a great and fun week next week, and I'll see you guys back here on the bench.